Bore da, Sion Meredith dwi, un o wardeniaid Eglwys y Santes Mair yn Aberystwyth. I'm one of the wardens of St Mair's Church in Aberystwyth. Dwi am wneud hyn yn ddwyieithog bore yma. I'm going to do this in two languages, in Welsh and English. And I'm going to read first of all from the end of Matthew 9 and the beginning of Matthew 10, first in Welsh, yn Gymraeg yn gyntaf, and then in English. Roedd Iesu'n teithio o gwmpas yr holl drefi a'r pentrefi, yn dysgu'r bobl yn ei synagogau, yn cyhoeddi'r newyddion da am deyrnasio Duw, ac yn iachau pob afiechyd a salwch. Roedd gweld y terfaoedd o bobl yn ei gyffwrdd i'r byw, am ei bod fel defaid hefugail, ar goll ac yn gwbl ddiamadferth. Ac meddai wrth ei ddisgyblion, mae'r cynheuaf yn fawr, a'r gweithwyr mor bryn, felly gyfynnwch i arglwydd y cynheuaf, anfon fwy o weithwyr i'w feisydd. Galwodd y 12 disgybl ato at ei gilydd a rhoi awdurdod iddyn nhw i fwrw ysbrydion drwg allan o bobl a iachau pob afiechyd a salwch. And then the English passage, which is from the Message translation. Then Jesus made a circuit of all the towns and villages. He taught in their meeting places, reported kingdom news, and healed their diseased bodies, healed their bruised and diseased lives. When he looked out over the crowds, his heart broke. So confused and aimless they were, like sheep with no shepherd. What a huge harvest, he said to his disciples. How few workers. On your knees and pray for harvest hands. The prayer was no sooner prayed than it was answered. Jesus called 12 of his followers and sent them into his ripe fields. He gave them power to kick out the evil spirits and to tenderly care for the bruised and hurt lives. Wel, pam mod i'n hoffi y rhan yma o'r hanes am Iesu? Oherwydd dwi'n meddwl, da ni'n gweld darlun yn fan hyn o bersonoliaeth Iesu a gweinidogaeth Iesu. I bersonoliaeth o a i weinidogaeth o. Sut un oedd o a beth oedd o yn ei wneud. Os da ni'n cael darlun ohono fo fan hyn, yn mynd o gwmpas y trefi a'r pentrefi. Nid un daith, ond rhywbeth oedd o yn yr arfer o'i wneud. This is why I'm so fond of this passage, because it gives us a picture of who Jesus was and what Jesus did, his personality, his person, and his ministry. And we see here that he made a circuit. He would go around all the towns and villages, not just a one-off trip, but this is what he was in the custom of doing. Ac wrth iddo fo fynd o gwmpas, oedd o'n gweld tyrfa fawr o bobl, ac oedd hynny yn ei gyffwrdd o i'r byw, achos bod nhw heb arweiniad oedd nhw ar goll. A dyma'r sut mae o'n ymateb wedyn i'r dyrfa fawr. Mae o'n ymateb gyda tosturi. Mae galon o'n torri drostyn nhw. A beth mae o'n gwneud wrth fynd o gwmpas y trefi a'r pentrefi ydy'r tair agwedd ar ei weinidogaeth o. Mae o'n cyhoeddi'r newyddion da, mae o'n iachau pob afiechyd a salwch, ac mae o'n dysgu yn y synagogau, yn dysgu, yn cyhoeddi ac yn iachau, yn cyfarfod anghenion i ddysgu, i fod yn iach, yn gorfforol, ac hefyd ar gyfer yn eneidiau ni hefyd i siarad efo'r galon. We get a picture here of what Jesus does when he sees a crowd who, when he looked out to them without a leaderless, his heart broke. Another translation says he had compassion on them. It came from that feeling from deep within him. And this is what he would do when he would go around the towns and villages. He'd be teaching. He taught in their meeting places, reported kingdom news, and healed their diseased bodies and healed their bruised lives. So he was teaching. He was helping them to open their minds. He was speaking to their hearts, and also he was healing the sick. So he was showing that he was at the same time man and also God, that he had the power to heal. Byddwn ni yn arfer gorffen darllen y darn yn fanna gyda'r alwad i anfon, i weddio am anfon fwy o weithwyr i'r cynheuaf. Ond os awn ni mlaen i ddechrau'r bennod nesaf, i ddechrau pennod 10, dyn ni'n gweld bod Iesu'n galw'r 12 disgybl at ei gilydd ac yn rhoi awdurdod iddyn nhw i fwrw ysbrydion drwg allan o bobl ac i achau pob afiechyd a salwch. Hynny di, mae o'n ar ddiwedd pennod 9 yn gofyn ar ei ddisgyblion i weddio am fwy o weithwyr i'r cynheuaf. Maen nhw'n gweddio dros hynny. A'r ateb i'r weddi ydy bod nhw eu hunain, nhw ydy'r ateb i'r weddi, bod nhw'n cael eu hanfon allan wedyn gydag awdurdod i achau pobl ac i lanhau pobl ysbrydion drwg. So I used to finish reading the passage at the end of chapter 9 with that call for the disciples to pray for more workers for the harvest field. But in fact, if we go on to the beginning of next chapter, in chapter 10, we see that no sooner that the prayer was prayed than it was answered. So the answer to the prayer was the disciples themselves, who were then equipped by Jesus with the Spirit to heal the sick and to preach the good news. Felly dyna ydy yn hoff hanes i am Iesu yn y Testament Newydd. That's my favourite story about Jesus in the New Testament. Diolch yn fawr.